What if learning English isn't about replacing your identity? What if it's about creating a new version of yourself? Hi, I'm Georgiana, and I'm back with a new episode of the Speak English Now podcast. The podcast that helps you speak English fluently with no grammar and no textbooks. If you want to help me, share the podcast with your friends and family. That would mean a lot. Thanks. On my website, you can find the 5 secrets to speaking English and my premium courses. Before we start, get the transcript. Visit speakenglishpodcast.com/podcast. Okay, let's start. Today we're going to explore something different. Something that might completely shift the way you think about learning English. What if learning English isn't about replacing your identity? What if it's about creating a new version of yourself? Let me explain. Many students say things like, I feel like I'm not myself when I speak English. Or, I know what I want to say, but I don't sound like me. Or even, I feel blocked, like something is missing. This goes beyond pronunciation or grammar. It's an emotional barrier, and I believe it's connected to identity. Also, think about children who immigrate to the United States. Here's something I've noticed. Families move to the US from different countries. The parents often speak English with a strong accent. But the children? After just a few years, they speak perfectly, like native speakers. They sound like they were born in the US. Is that because they're smarter? No. It's because they're not fighting their identity. Children are flexible. They're open. They don't say, I'm Chinese or Korean or Brazilian. I can't sound American. They just become part of the new culture. They create a new identity that blends in. And I believe that's a huge lesson for us as adult learners. What if you built a new persona in English? When I speak Spanish, I feel Spanish. When I speak German, I feel German. Each language brings out a different version of me. So instead of trying to sound exactly like yourself in English, try building a new version of you in English. Let that new version of yourself be simpler, more playful, bolder, be a beginner, and be okay with it. You're not losing yourself. You're building something new. You're growing. So why this works? This isn't just an idea. It actually works. When you stop trying to be the exact same you in English, you give yourself freedom. You stop judging yourself. You allow your brain to relax. And that's when fluency comes faster. It's the same reason children succeed in new languages. They don't carry the same emotional resistance. So what now? Well, start creating your English self. Here's something fun you can try today. Write a short description of your English self. Are you relaxed, confident, curious, making mistakes, asking questions? What do you sound like? You don't need to make it perfect. Just let it grow. Week by week, your English self will feel more real and more fluent. Let's review what we talked about today. Many learners struggle with identity when speaking English. Children who immigrate adapt quickly because they create a new identity in English. You can do the same. Build a new version of yourself in English. This takes the pressure off and opens the door to fluency. Your English self can be bold, curious, expressive, even if the real you is shy. You're not losing your identity. You're expanding it. Want to build this new identity with structure? My premium courses include a step-by-step guide. Visit speakenglishpodcast.com/courses. And now, let's practice your speaking with a mini story. I'll tell you a short story. Then, I'll ask you questions. After each question, you'll answer out loud. Then, I'll confirm the correct answer. This helps you think in English and improve your speaking. Ready? Let's go. Daniel was born in Brazil and moved to the US with his parents when he was 10 years old. Where was Daniel born? In Brazil. Did Daniel move to Italy? No. Daniel didn't move to Italy. He moved to the US. How old was he when he moved? He was 10 years old. Did he move alone? No. He moved with his parents. At first, Daniel only spoke Portuguese. But after a few months in school, he started speaking English with a perfect American accent. Did Daniel speak English at first? No. He only spoke Portuguese. How long did it take him to start speaking English? A few months. It only took him a few months to start speaking English. Did he have a strong accent? No. He had a perfect American accent. Why did he speak like a native speaker? Because he was young, open, and didn't resist becoming part of the new culture. Daniel didn't try to sound Brazilian in English. He just let himself become Daniel in English. A little more confident, more relaxed, and a little funnier too. Did Daniel try to sound exactly like himself in Portuguese? No. He allowed himself to be different in English. What was Daniel in English like? More confident, more relaxed, and a little funnier. Was he pretending to be someone else? No, he wasn't pretending. He was creating a new version of himself. Years later, Daniel's father still spoke English with a heavy accent and was afraid of making mistakes. He didn't want to lose himself. Did Daniel's father speak English easily? No. He struggled and spoke with a heavy accent. Was he confident like Daniel? No. He was afraid of making mistakes. Why was he afraid? Because he didn't want to lose his identity. One day, Daniel told his dad, "You don't have to replace who you are. Just build a new version of you in English. It can be fun." What advice did Daniel give his dad? To build a new version of himself in English. Did he say, "You must speak perfectly"? No. He didn't talk about perfection. He talked about enjoying the process. Did he say English should feel like pressure? No. He said it could be fun, like building something new. Little by little, Daniel's father started trying. He listened more, smiled when he made mistakes, and created English Dad, a version of himself who was learning, laughing, and getting braver. Did Daniel's dad change overnight? No. He changed little by little. What did he start doing? He listened more, smiled at mistakes, and created his English version. Was this version perfect? No, it wasn't perfect, but it was braver and happier. And that's how both father and son learned the same language. One as a child, and one as an adult, with different styles, but the same secret. And remember, it's not about replacing yourself, it's about building something new. That's the end of today's mini story. You can do the same. Create your English self. Make it fun. Make it real. Make it yours. Want my step-by-step guide to speak English fluently? Visit speakenglishpodcast.com/courses and get my premium courses. I'll be back next week with a brand new episode. Bye-bye.
Did you enjoy today's episode? Get the transcript now at speakenglishpodcast.com.